Hello everyone, welcome back to Fire Emblem Three Houses, where last we left off we had gained the power of the god as, is it Sosil? Soil? No. Something else. Whatever her name was, she turned out to be the goddess just like we were thinking, and now she's fused herself with us and no one can speak to us, so all good things everywhere. And we're coming up to our mission of the month, which is to get a foresight, a conversation or something in the Holy Chapel. I'm thinking we're gonna have a fight on our hands, because that seems to be the course of action for any end of month activity. So let's see. Yeah, conflict in the Holy Tomb, of course. I guess the Dark Knight's gonna attack us again or something. Maybe this will be the end of Act 1.
You're going to receive the goddess's revelation at the Holy Tomb? That's news to me. I did not see that coming.
Lady Rhea's going too, right? I hear it will be well guarded, but is that really okay?
If Solin's allies are still around, it's certainly true that we don't know when or where they may appear.
I don't know what type of place this holy tomb is, but we should be cautious.
If something happens, we'll have to take matters into our own hands.
What do you think, Professor? Is it really okay for Lady Rhea to attend?
It's not okay for me to attend. I need to go on a worldwide trip.
It seems to be tightly sealed, I'll give you that. We should be fine as long as nothing goes terribly wrong.
They can teleport. Doesn't matter if it's
Just as
sealed.
long as nothing goes wrong. Well, the truth is, we won't know what's going to happen until it happens. All we can do is stay on our guard and play it by ear.
That's quite enough babbling, Claude. There is nobody more unfit for a holy ceremony than you.
Shut up, Lorenz.
Divine punishment won't strike us for setting foot in the holy tomb, right? Good grief. Why are you always so negative? Flame? Is something on your mind?
Who, me? No, it is nothing. May we all see this through to the end.
It still doesn't make sense to me. A goddess was living inside Teach, right? But now there's a ceremony to receive a revelation or whatever. How could that be necessary anymore? There must be another objective. It's pointless to speculate about it now. We'll know the answer soon enough. There isn't any danger for us students, but be careful, Teach.
Is it going to be Tomb Raider Revelations?
Are you surprised, Professor? This is the Holy Tomb.
That mechanism for descending underground back there, what powers it? When I
Magic.
tried to come by myself, it wouldn't even budge.
This is where the goddess who created this world was laid to rest, along with her children. It is said that our creator, the goddess Sothis, sat
Sophis,
upon
that was
this
it.
very throne. Professor, do you recognize this throne?
Yeah, she's sitting on it when she talks to me.
So long. I have waited so very long for this day. Sit upon the throne. I have no doubt you will be gifted a revelation from the goddess. Well? It was supposed to be but a step away. What could possibly be missing?
Sorry to disturb you when you're distressed, Archbishop, but it seems some uninvited guests have arrived.
Would have thunk it.
Don't move, any of you. If you move, your lives will be forfeit. Thank you ever so much for guiding us this far. The Imperial Army will now take possession of everything in the Holy Tomb.
The Imperial Army? What are they doing here?
So, they knew we were heading to the holy tomb and followed us here. Hey, Who is that standing next to the angry guy? Could that be...
The Flame Emperor. I see. So you've been allied with the Empire from the beginning.
What are they doing here? What do they hope to gain?
There's only one goal for grave robbers like these. Right, Flame Emperor? You're here to steal the treasure that rests within the Holy Tomb.
For a fool you catch on quickly. Those crest stones will be ours. That infernal power, which is masquerading as a medicine but is truly a poison, will plague this world no longer.
Insolence! You will atone for the sin of trampling on this holy resting place. Professor, destroy these villainous traitors who dare dishonor our creator.
Get a bit evil there yourself, Queenie. Well, Archbishop, not Queen. Any treasures that I can go take? $23, $22. Alright. Not insurmountable. You do have some beasts, but no chests. Wait, you can't cross the middle part? Okay. This should be fine. There's a net with Hilda. You go with Big Knots. Hello, Electric. Didn't realize I streamed as well. Kind of forgot what was first day in Death was showing my stream. How nice. Snipes will also be streaming tonight as well, if you want to do something tonight. Should be that. Do I need to change the positions? Yes, I do. Marianne should not be that far forward. Why do we have up arrows on our health? Do they have it? No.
I
Alrighty.
will not
Pretty easy.
allow such violence from the Empire. Strike down the rebels and protect the Holy Tomb.
You not gonna help us, Rhea? It's gonna stay up there?
The crest stones are in the caskets. Open every last one of them.
The Holy Tomb must not be desecrated. Protect as many of the crest stones as you can.
I guess we're fighting over who gets those crest stones. What in the world do they intend to use them for anyway?
I guess it's these square things here. Yeah, crest stones. Alrighty.
Who, me?
You don't have the gamut, do you? No, does Flame have
Let
it?
us away.
No, I think Annette has my movement buff, sadly.
I stand ready. Naturally.
How's this one in comparison to other Fire Emblems? Much better in my opinion, because it has less Fire Emblem in it, and I don't like Fire Emblem games. Well, I don't like tactics games. we have this whole board and everything. I find it too slow and boring. But this game focuses a lot more on the teaching and exploration side rather than these fights, so it's better for me. Depends what you want out of it.
Never underestimate an outsider.
Ready anytime. I get things done. I'll try even harder next time.
I got this.
Stay focused.
Let's get to it. That takes care of that. Who, me?
Looks like they're gonna ignore my units and go straight for the caskets because they don't have their attacking lines, except for those guys in the middle.
I can do this! Huh? It worked out.
Think not. Don't you know who I am? You can't compete with me.
How dare.
Take away the crest stones. All of them.
That is enough. Do you even know what those stones are?
How dare! Good thing we can just kill them and take them back. Yeah, they didn't even bother attacking me. Oh, there's guys at the far back as well. They're going to be annoying to get to.
Sorry, but victory is mine.
Plenty more where that came from.
Why is this guy so defensive?
No hesitation.
Nice. Need to be careful about my actions here so they don't steal my stuff. Kill this fella before he leaves with that crust stone.
You're outclassed.
Fire hot.
I have an idea.
My moment has arrived. Oh! That's the golden deer for you. Progress suits me well.
Why's that guy so defensive? Jesus.
I'm so sorry! I get things done.
Feeling stronger.
He's gonna kill it now. Okay. I'll go for this fella.
Should I have held back? Thank you.
Sorry, did I hurt you?
Unless they're going to be spawning in reinforcements at the north of this, I should be fine to have saved all of them.
Another one down.
Everything is ready.
I guess the guys at the back are just going to wait for me to get over there. Time to go.
I'll back you up.
Let's give it a try.
Oh. I don't think I've ever done that before.
Dictum.
Watch and learn.
What was that noise? Just landing its feet? Because I don't see anything spawning in.
Don't hold this against me, okay? Oh! Sorry, but victory is mine.
Just like that. As expected.
I think not.
Is that all?
I think not.
I have a class full of amazing dodgers.
Never underestimate an outsider.
Let the lesson begin. You fought well.
Nice try. That takes care of that. Kick. Hilda! Hilda!
You can't compete with me.
I'm still expecting them to spawn in more units. They just gotta.
I put in some work.
I'm told it's fine to kill those who resist. Now then, how shall I cook you? Torture them!
You absorb nothing. Good day, sir.
Wait. No. I was just following orders. I just...
Wow, I actually killed someone finally. They didn't get to run away.
As expected. Such power.
I could almost kill the Flame Emperor one attack with the Treading Sword.
You are the one person I did not wish to make an enemy of. I will end it now.
It didn't even explode. Thank you for the 14-month sub there, Arco. Snipes did the same today. Why use your net? Ignots has her. Oh no, I can't kill him now. Why couldn't I do it last Strange? Well, goodbye Flame Emperor. Is he gonna teleport and run away like all the others? It's the worst light you've ever seen. You don't like saxophone, dog?
The glory of progress.
The better to serve Lady Rhea.
I've not ignored him there. He's on
So,
Ignots.
the end has come.
Is this some sick joke? The Flame Emperor is actually Edelgard?
What a twist! Also, there was no lead up to this, aside from Monica talking to her, but I thought she was just keeping cover.
You have disappointed me, Edelgard. To think that a descendant of House Hresvelk would dare betray the Holy Church. Professor, kill Edelgard at once. She is a danger to all of Fodlan. Such a rebellious heart cannot be allowed to keep beating.
I have achieved my objective. I will retreat. Farewell, Professor. If we meet again, it will be on the battlefield.
I mean, one, we just fought on a battlefield, and two, are we really going to let another person just teleport away when I have fancy time travel powers and a sword that extends itself?
Come, Hubert.
I called Hubert being a bad guy because he has the fucking stereotypical look and sound of one, and he is. All of those archetypes.
To flee is futile, wicked girl. The Church of Seros will raise its entire army against you until you have been captured and punished. You have defiled the holy tomb, dishonored the goddess, and humiliated your brethren. That crime will never be erased. Even if you burn in the eternal flames and spill all of your blood into the goddess's soil. Come, Professor. Let us return and decide upon our next course of action.
I'm not exactly on friendly terms with the princess, but I do have a few questions for her. Edelgard said that the Creststones represent power. That means she knows how to use them. She almost certainly knows other secrets of Fodlan as well. Once things calm down a bit, there's a lot more that Rhea needs to tell us. I just hope there's still time. I have this strange feeling that history is being written, that an age of anarchy is upon us. Let's hope I'm mistaken.
It's one of my biggest pet peeves, Lutrick. They can easily just design the story in a way that doesn't have to rely on teleportation.
To rule the world. They have fooled the people of Fodlan.
Since when did this happen? Okay.
Long ago, they divided the Empire to create a kingdom, and then divided that kingdom to create an alliance. They did all of this to make the masses bicker amongst themselves. They caused instability in order to reinforce their own authority. They gathered gold and lived in extravagance. How? By preying on the devotion of those who wished for the goddess's salvation. Those corrupt hypocrites cannot lead Fodlan to true peace. Their foul belief system must be torn asunder so that true wisdom may finally prevail. And so, I have decided, by order of the Adrestian Emperor, Edelgard von Hresfeld, the Empire hereby declares war on the Church of Seros.
I cannot believe it.
I'm curious as to if that position will just swap between Edelgard being the bad guy, and if you're with Edelgard, they would instead throw it to either Blue Guy or Claude.
Let us recount the situation as it stands, Professor. After you returned from the Holy Tomb, the Adrestian Empire declared war upon the Church of Seros, as well as our allies. Edelgard demanded her own father relinquish the throne, and then assumed the position of Emperor. She has deemed the Church of Seros to be an evil of this world, and is calling upon the people of Fodlan to help her tear it down. I must discuss our response to this declaration with the Archbishop, after the Knights return from their investigation. Until then, watch over the students. See that they remain calm.
I mean, Claude already is an asshole.
I heard what happened.
Him being the bad guy will just compile it together.
No, the Emperor now. She really did it, didn't she?
That's what I like about some of the Tales and Suikoden games, Lutrick. In Suikoden 2, there's a fight on the bridge with a knight. I think it's a knight. And he's really difficult, but if you beat him, you can just pass the bridge. If you lose to him, you go back to the city and do the story as normal. And then if you play Tales of Zestiria, you fight the final boss like 6 times. 3 times you fight him like twice. But you can fight him across the world. And if you kill him early, you get the bad ending because you're not meant to kill him early. But it's nice that it just lets you kill the final big bad if you find him and you're strong enough. I like it when games do that. They give you options. I'm fine if it says, oh, killing this guy so early means X happens and you get an ending. That's fine. At least something happens with it. It's not just, oh, you got me down to minus 1,000 health. Here's a cutscene of me teleporting away or still beating you. I think Suikoden 3 does it as well. If you lose against your rival, you just like fall off the boat. You can lose a fight in the attack on your port side and you just get knocked unconscious. I think there's 2 other examples in Suikoden 3 as well, but it's been forever since I played it. But if you don't lose, you don't get knocked out, and instead you kick your rival off the boat instead, which is great. But they're using this teleportation thing as a crutch in Three Houses. Every fight I've had, the person's teleported away, yet they still have the story beat that they have spies that make themselves look like other people in our network. If you want to do it so that we're fighting the antagonist early on and they don't want him to die, use them as one of the spies, make it look like the Flame Emperor, but when you kill them, it turns out to be another student who's been steeled with his power or something. At least then we defeat what we're fighting, and not, oh, I am below my minimum health gauge. I now teleport away without any of you stopping me.
The lords and dukes of both the kingdom and the alliance have been called out, and now have to choose between the church and the empire. The seed of conflict was always there, and now we find ourselves in the middle of a war that will tear Fodlan in two.
The Empire is rash, but I never thought it would come to this. How could something like this happen? I hope everyone back home is safe. I'm sure it's mass confusion at home right now. My brother must be worried sick about me.
And not exactly the best example, but still an example. If you play Sekiro, first boss fight you have against the swordsman who cuts your arm off, you can beat him or you can lose. It slightly changes the cutscene, but you can still beat him, but it's still kind of meh that an archer just cuts your arm off with their arrow. As well as that, in a lot of the Souls games, the first boss, normally you can flee or die to, but if you defeat them, you get a special cutscene and item. This is normally great as well.
You're absolutely right, Teach. I'm sure a lot of us are worried about our homes, but all we can do for now is prepare for battle and tread carefully.
I just drank some squash, but sure, I can drink my water too.
Part 1.
Still
White
part
Flowers.
1?
Lone Moon. To war.
I'm getting the sneaking suspicion this game's going to have
Together,
2 parts.
The people of Fodlan relish the beauty of the brilliant moon overhead as another year ends. They recall sad partings and new acquaintances alike, but each person must still walk their chosen path alone. With each day, the presence of spring grows stronger, and yet a lone moon still haunts the sky. A silent reminder, perhaps, of some inescapable truth.
Also, that girl's tits on the right looked very weird. Like, they were scrunched up as if she was wearing a corset on her chest rather than her stomach. And not in the way a push-up bra should be doing. Wait. It skipped 2 weeks. Why?
Unforgivable. I cannot fathom that the Adrestian Empire would embark on such a violent course of action.
The fault is my own. I failed to see the wickedness within Edelgart's heart. There is no question on that front. She clearly wishes to conquer all of Fodlan. And in order to achieve her own selfish ambitions, she plotted with ill-meaning strangers and defiled the Holy Tomb. Or perhaps her ambitions are even grander than we know. Perhaps she is planning to make herself a false deity by demonizing the Church of Seros.
Adrestia received its very name through a divine oracle. To injure the goddess is a sin most foul that shall not be forgiven, nor forgotten. We must stop the Empire, and quickly.
I have returned, Rhea.
Welcome back, Shamir. Were you able to discern the Empire's movements?
Their main troops are marching towards Garreg Mach.
It is said that they will join forces with Edelgard's army and arrive within 2 weeks.
2 weeks? That is not enough time. It will require all of our efforts just to prepare our defenses before then. We must send notice to all surrounding villages at once. We must order the residents of Garreg Mach to flee for their lives.
It will be done.
Professor, listen closely. If our enemy invades the monastery, I will have no choice but to stand upon the battlefield. If something happens to me, I am entrusting my sacred duties to you.
Sounds good to me. I'll lead the church in the right way. First commandment: no longer praying to Social. All pray to me and my glowing hair.
You must have guessed it by now. The truth of who you are. Or perhaps I should say, your lost memories are surely beginning to return.
Don't say I'm actually the Knight Seros and that she formed my corpse with the corpse of her goddess Social. Or Sophis. I keep saying Social because Social's in Pathfinder. I'll be very annoyed if that's what's going to be happening and my dad just saw this, created a child and thought I was innocent or something.
I have acted all these long years as a mere proxy for you. But the duty is yours, and yours alone. Only you can lead the people of Fodlan.
Rhea, please. You must tell me all that you know. I beg of you. That one is the progenitor god. Am I correct?
In a sense. Our dear professor is a vessel. One who carries the power of the progenitor god within. In time, the vessel will become one with the power contained within, and the progenitor god shall return to this world.
I see. I trust that you are aware of the questionable nature of this experiment. But I suppose there is no turning back.
I ask that you help our friend. And in doing so, help her. I am waiting and hoping for the moment when our creator rules this wayward land once more.
I understand. As ever, I will take you at your word.
Lady Rhea, brother, I will do my part as well.
Flame, were you eavesdropping? Regardless, I am glad to hear it. You owe your life to the Professor after all. And in the end, they may prove to be our brethren.
You have my gratitude, Seteth. And you as well, Flame. As followers of the progenitor god, it is up to us to see our mission through.
Ooh, new music. Only gonna get 2 weeks off. These other events. Ah, we missed my boy's birthday. I wasn't ignoring that. She was in the battle. And saying battle, I almost went to battle, but I'm doing exploring today. actually have a mission.
We must protect Garreg Mach. Defiling the Holy Tomb was a sacrilege. I will not allow such a thing to happen again. The Archbishop has already given you a new responsibility. I want you to rise to that honor. I have something to ask of you.
Maybe just going to him so I have the quest in hand, so I can pick it up wherever I walk, explore.
I am owing big debts to Duke Garrett of the Empire. He is the Minister of Affairs that are foreign. He is a friend of Edelgard. He is to her side. What should I be doing?
You should be joining my class.
Training has given me great busyness, right? But you...
Sage. I think Star Ocean 3 also has some different outcomes for if you can win or to fight. It's been a while since I played that too. You could just explore the monastery. But this is a big part of the game. Picking up items, giving people stuff they lost, doing some fishing.
To think that the Flame Emperor was Edelgard all along. Flame's abduction? Geralt's murder? The turmoil in Remire Village? Whether or not she was the mastermind behind what happened, it at least seems like she was involved. And yet she was able to remain so composed while she was enrolled at the Officers' Academy. Hi, Professor. I've actually got plans.
What does war with Edelgard mean for us, Professor? And why does she even want that? I wonder why she'd think that. That's how it always goes, I guess. You never realize something can't be undone until you've done it.
What do you think for you?
Wow, thank you. Wow. 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 Wow.
Wow, indeed. Now join my team.
Sorry, I'm trying.
How dare. I just gave her a load of plans, and strength is my highest skill, and she still doesn't want to join. Very close to get my professor level up, so I'll land after I get that.
No.
Sure, I'll do a tiny bit of fishing. Probably give me my professor level. I think I need to go buy some extra seeds though. Yeah, fishing was fun to begin with, but it doesn't really advance a whole lot. This is pretty much the extent of what you're gonna get. If it gave multipliers based on how many fish you caught in a row, how many perfects you get in a row, how you'd throw out, the types of bait you used in succession, even different types of rods and bobbers would have been nice, but it's a bit too simple for me to get too attached to it.
Pardon me. Greetings, Professor. Something to report. Unexpected, isn't it? Apparently, this is the first time Garreg Mach has been invaded in its whole 995-year history. It's my job to protect this gate, so even if enemies come in droves, I will never let them through. I hope we both survive. Let's battle with all our might, and pray we win this thing.
Well, I'll be.
Hello there.
This one, yes? I thank you. This one, yes? I thank you. This one, yes? I thank you. Return soon, please.
Hey, welcome. You have a good eye.
Not that many.
A pleasure doing. Come again.
Welcome.
They'll steal shields and there for me.
Please come again.
What the?
Maybe.
Hey there.
Any repair is needed. Not particularly. What do with this rusted bow? Ah, silver. Why?
Is this it?
Oh, it's grayed out because I can't use it because of the requirement.
Is this it? There you go. Come back anytime.
Then 12, 80, 35, 2, 2. Silver can rust. I mean, it's metal, so yeah. I think it's much. Oh no, I probably upgrade it again because it's not a plus variant.
Hey there.
That I can.
Is this it? There you go.
Now
Come
it's
back
better.
anytime.
No pick and no tarnish. Oh then. I don't know what to tell you. Magic. It was rusted iron, then we alchemized it into silver.
Professor. You know, Professor, I'm glad that I came to the Officers Academy. I feel accepted here. I've learned so much. Honestly, I'm surprised at how much I've grown. So, I will not let the Academy be destroyed. It's important to me, and I will protect it. I feel braver just hearing you say that, Professor. We're gonna win this, Professor.
Welcome.
New items from you lots. Oh, particularly.
Come back soon.
Pardon me.
Half of the Empire's 6 great noble families have declared their support for Edelgard. Of the other 3, Lord Vestra was assassinated. Hubert, his son, will succeed him.
But of course.
Bernadetta's father, Count Varley, is under house arrest. His wife is now supporting Edelgard. And my father, he was stripped of his role as Prime Minister. As a result, House Eyre has lost all of its power, all of its lands. We have lost everything. What do I do? Oh,
You joined my class.
Well, the eldest son of House Eyre.
Or not. Fine. Low power to your house, I guess.
There are always small power struggles. Still, it has been hundreds of years since all of Fodlan was consumed by war. I didn't actually think it would come to this. I feel as though I'm not in my rightful place. I cannot protect the things I should. Professor, if I survive this war, I wish to return to my homeland, to the land of my king.
A moment, please.
What are you doing hiding behind that target?
Hey, we're falling behind. I don't know that we can keep up with the new Emperor. To think that she was able to raise an army of that size right under our noses. However hard we fight, I give us a 50% chance of winning. The enemy has too many advantages. We must make careful preparations.
Yes, but they don't have one of me, do they? I'm the main character, so my stats are much higher.
It's my job to protect Lady Rhea.
Yeah, sure, buddy.
I've got to do it, and I got to do it as best I can. And if that means I got to die for her, then I will. How could Edelgard treat Lady Rhea like she's the bad guy? She's never been anything but nice to everybody. I just don't get it at all.
There.
Hi.
Those who serve the church must cast aside all selfish desires and devote themselves fully to their beliefs. But is it right to wield piety as a weapon? I have never considered such things before.
Why is her image that of black robes when he's clearly wearing white?
The church, I have always done what I thought best to save the people of Fodlan.
You there? That's so.
Okay. I thought we'd all be really busy with assignments and getting ready for graduation. But now that things have turned out like this, I guess there's nothing to do but fight.
If I could go back to last month and throttle my carefree self. Now it turns out Edelgard is the Flame Emperor and the new Adrestian Emperor. And she's striking out against the monastery, with the full force of the Imperial army behind her. We gotta beat her at her own game, for our sake as well as Lady Rhea's.
You know what? Train up for it.
I'll take it. I love it.
What? That girl's starting an all-out war, isn't she? But an enemy is an enemy, no matter who they are. Don't let compassion for her get in your way.
Hated at the start, so it's fine.
I don't normally have a problem jumping into a fight, but it feels strange going up against my father. We aren't especially close, but he's not an opponent I'd want to face. I'd almost rather fight a monster. I hope he's not part of the group coming to attack Garreg Mach. I don't normally... We aren't as... I hope he's not...
You want to join my team?
Professor? No?
How dare. I guess you'll be dying. I guess Lorenz is just gonna steamroll this competition. Jesus. Yep, he wins that with one hit against him.
A trivial victory.
Uh, 14, 28. Yeah, definitely fine with them only doing 3 damage to me.
Don't you know who I am?
It's a bit late for the crit, but sure. Yep, fine again.
A trivial victory.
Yep, fine again. She's only gonna get 1 hit in.
An offensive sight. You're
She's gonna get no hits in. Six, 12, 18. I don't even need to heal. Go ahead.
I think not. Magnificent.
Easy. $11,000 for the next professor level. Jeez. Ooh, no object.
Professor, what actually happened last month? I can't keep up at all. Edelgard is the Emperor, and she's declared war against the Church? So now we're at war? What is going on? I really don't understand any of this. What should I do?
Go home. Be a family man. I see you hiding
Edelgard
here.
became emperor and raised an army, huh? Who knew the kid had it in her? I mean, yeah, of course, I knew she'd be emperor eventually, but the more I think about it, the more surprised I am. I wonder who's gonna win.
Me.
Thinking about it makes me scared. We're up against the entire Imperial army. Still, I know someone as smart as you will figure something out. Once the Imperial army reaches the monastery, we'll have no choice but to fight.
What's going to happen to us? I believe you. With the Knights on our side, and especially with you, Professor, I know we can do this. Huh? I'm really flattered, honestly.
Arco, are you watching?
Once the Imperial...
What?
I love it! I love it! I love it!
Just for you.
Things must be pretty crazy in Fargus about now. My father must be beside himself. I don't get it. Why did Edelgard make enemies with the nobles? Ideals she believed in so much, she was willing to start a war over them? Those must be some lofty ideals, to say the least. What's up, Professor? Hey, I got a girl.
Professor, I guess it's easy for me to say this now. I'm so glad I'm from the Alliance. I had no idea Edelgard was so scary. And Dimitri seems totally different than before. I wouldn't bend a knee to either of them.
Thank you for the 5 gifted subs, just me showing some attention to Annette.
Well, I definitely don't hate him. He rarely takes things seriously. But somehow, I just know we can always rely on him. Well, if we're forced to protect this place, our future is going to be dark no matter what.
His Highness calls for the head of Edelgard. For me, that is cause enough to fight. The hatred of His Highness is also my hatred. Any other feelings I may have are irrelevant. And if Edelgard was responsible in any way for the tragedy of Duscur, that is something I cannot ignore. If that is the case, then she is my enemy.
I guess we'll just go back to Annette, yeah? And give us some more hair clips? Oh.
The Empire's aggression cannot stand. But if we are going to attack them now, we must be honest with ourselves about our chances of success.
Strike back with your words and put your faith in Maypast tricks.
Thank you for the gifted sub to Luxric as well.
It goes without saying that I will fight the Imperial army with everything I have for as long as I am able. But House Gloucester's territory is adjacent to Imperial lands. Let us proceed with caution. Yes.
Hey, Zach. Welcome to having subbed. I'm glad we can have a distraction for you against coursework.
I hear the Alliance's territory will be in danger if we don't get rid of these Empire guys. If the Alliance is in danger, that means my sister's in danger too. There's no way I'm gonna allow that. It doesn't matter how many guys they throw at us. I'll beat them all.
Just
These
take
muscles
all my
aren't just
money!
for
No,
show.
not this soon! Not this soon!
I gotta get some food.
Thank you for the one-on-one, Arco. You're being very generous today. Thank you. And of course, Sasquatch is lurking, just so we know he's not there.
The most important nobles in the Empire are known for taking power from the previous Emperor, my father included. I didn't think it possible that the Imperial Princess could ascend the throne so easily. However, it seems that both my father and Caspar's are supporting Edelgard.
having both the Minister of Domestic Affairs and Minister of Military Affairs on your side gives you total control over the Empire's military and finances.
You've been hit by a smooth
Respite.
For some reason that GIF was delayed. So, oh no, the music was delayed, so it wasn't in sync. Thank you for 115 though. I don't know what makes my voice for comforting background, but whatever works for you, Zach. I'll speak even more for you.
However, having both, you must have been making. Huh? Your class? However, I still have a lot.
Whatever this guy's name is. He doesn't want to stay with me because he wants books. Lovely smooth tones.
Professor.
I could try speak like a child again and go up and down. I'll bring up the jazz to go over smooth tones. Oh, finally. Pegasus Blessings. Is that just Pegasus shit? You just feel like everything is going to be okay? Or else at first, until the other shoe falls? I'm not wearing any shoes. I'm also not wearing any socks because I ran out of socks. I did some washing last night and they're just drying. It's the same save as before. Your character been to the hairdressers. I was infused with the power of a goddess and it lightened my hair color and my eye color.
I cannot believe our negligence allowed the Empire to invade. Edelgard probably gathered her soldiers in Garreg Mach, intending to do this from the start. Soldiers disguised as merchants and pilgrims to avoid suspicion, infiltrating the entire area little by little. They couldn't be better prepared. We'll have a tough time winning this one, I'm afraid.
Oh boy, intel. Though, since my hair is a lighter color, it's at a prime time to be putting hair dye in it, so... Give me some pink hair dye and blue and whatnot. You customize them. Don't you hate when you get god powers, but your hair color looks like shit? It is a weird shade, but oh well. Managed to stay Super Saiyan, yeah. Don't know why they didn't do that with the Super Saiyan God, the red form, just stay in that at all times, because then they can't be tracked, because most people can't sense the God Key. Okay, is that everything down here? Go down the center path.
Oh.
What is Edelgard even trying to achieve?
Total domination.
She wants to destroy the church so badly that she'll take on anyone who doesn't fall in line? I don't get it. I just can't believe she'd start a war over it. Not to mention using such nasty tactics to get her way. Could Captain Gerald's death have also been a part of her plan? Don't you go and die on me, Professor. Captain Gerald would never forgive you.
I'm pretty sure it was part of their plan. But thinking on it, Flame Emperor was kind of batting heads with the Death Knight. So I don't know if the Celos side or the Solon side
The
was
Empire is moving quickly.
still together?
Edelgard must have been preparing for this for a while now. If you really think about it, she must have been planning for this even before you got the Sword of the Creator. Of course she was always a step ahead of us. We were blinded by the ball and the Battle of the Eagle and Lion and everything else. I refuse to go down like this, though. So let's do something about it. What do you say? It's you and me, Teach. We've got this.
We're all in this together.
Okay.
Excuse me. How are you, Professor? Any new changes to report? With the Imperial Army drawing near, it is most vexing that we cannot relax and converse as we once did. Thankfully, you have the divine protection of the goddess on your side. Please try to listen carefully for her voice.
She doesn't have it anymore.
Please do not say such sad things. I am certain you will hear her in time. May the goddess's voice reach you.
Kind of like the inverse. I heard her to begin with, and now I don't hear her anymore because she's been absorbed into my hair. I've played a lot of games recently to do with power being stored in the hair. SMT5 was the same.
To think Edelgard was somehow connected to the captain's murderer. Well, perhaps it's pointless to get upset about the past. My duty now is to prepare for battle. We're depending on your strength, Professor. Crush our enemies. Captain, I hope you're watching. We will protect Garrick Mach. To think.
Oh, I can recruit you.
We're depending on... Oh, Professor. I will do whatever I can to serve you. Excellent. Leave it to me. No matter how small the task is, I vowed to Gerald I would help you.
You now get to sit just in the team doing nothing.
Well done. You have my thanks.
The Holy Tomb held many crest stones. This is the first time I've heard of crest stones being hidden away in such a place. But more importantly, I'm interested to know the Empire's aim. Why would their army desire crest stones? There is power there, yes. And yet, I must think on this. The crest stones lie at the heart of the events surrounding Conan Tower and the chapel as well. And of course, the crest stones somehow transform those traitors and their captives into demonic beasts. Could that possibly be their aim? The Empire's army may well plan to use crest stones to create demonic beasts.
That was kind of obvious. Like, it's the first thing that came to my mind, and you're meant to be the smart one.
Well... The mastermind behind the attacks on the monastery was Edelgard? Wow. Doesn't make much sense, though, does it? There would need to be all sorts of territories and groups tangled up in this sort of mess. I'm gonna stop. I don't really have the head for this political stuff. Mostly I'm worried about my old opera company. I wonder what's happening in the capital right now. I hope they're safe.
It's worse than that, he's dead, Jim.
Really?
Yes, really.
Professor.
So Edelgard, the one who calls herself the Flame Emperor, was connected to those strange beings. The Imperial Army might be using even more terrifying methods than we know. You had better be cautious, Professor. Any amount of carelessness might prove to be our undoing.
It'll be fine. I was wondering why this was taking some time to open up, but I saw the loading symbol, so it was either going to be loading or it's Edelgard's room. I'm not allowed in it. No, I'm curious. No, they probably do change the antagonists for each playthrough. Like if you have the if you are the professor of the red team, Edelgard won't turn out to be it, because if you're using permadeath, you could kill Edelgard off early. So they probably do just swap into something else. I'm doubtful it would let us join her. It seems like our story path is kind of forced into this whole
Hello there.
goddess infusion,
How dare they
be
threaten
good
the
guy
goddess?
thing.
Such a vile act cannot be forgiven. There is no need to worry, I promise you that. Divine punishment will surely fall upon them. In the days of yore, the goddess would grow angry with such insolent fools and roast them in ALL.
I wasn't asking for an actual response, Arco.
May my song reach the goddess in the sky.
Ah, it feels good to sing nice and loud. Fill my chest up with sound.
I'll have that girl's head. Just you wait. I'll have that girl's head.
You went evil.
Really? Yes. I guess we have no choice but to fight, have we? Oh, but why would Edelgard do something like this? I'm sure we'll be all right, though, Professor. The goddess will keep us safe. Oh, I'm already having so much...
Professor, can we really defeat someone who is willing to turn their back on the world just to uphold their own beliefs? I've spent my whole life running in fear, and now Surely we can win if we rely on each other, right, Professor?
Professor, war is breaking out again, is it not? An honorable notion. Do you think there is something to be done? Whatever shall we do? I never wanted another war. All we can do is steel ourselves for the fight ahead.
Need something? This one?
Tiny bit more
You're all
sword
set.
experience. It's only for when we get taught, yeah? Instructing.
See you again soon.
What?
Okay.
Huh?
Professor.
Maybe.
Hey.
Yeah, that's all the exploration done. See what these new recipes I got unlocked were. Actually, don't remember what we had before, so hard to tell.
Recipe.
Thank you for the 115, Arco.
Oh, my favorite food. You've got to try this.
It is nice to share a meal with others now and again.
It's everybody's motivation max, so I guess just do some training.
Now it turned, and we gotta beat her.
Excuse me, how are you?
We must defile the Archbishop.
To think, well, we're depending on...
The whole. This is the. But more. I must think. And of course, could that the Empire?
Didn't need to tell me all of that again.
The doesn't. Mostly, I'm.
Now it and we gotta be.
End off with some tea.
Oh, you didn't invite me here for a duel? Thanks. Can I get a refill? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What? Wow. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm a little restless. I don't much care for waiting around. Wow.
I got everything correct.
What? I'll take it. I love it. Why are you staring at my hair? My eyes are down here. Thanks for the tea. Invite me again when you like. Bye.
Or charm. There is no station marks on the map, so we can just end.
I see.
Thank you for teaching me.
Up to S. Ooh.
I've learned a thing or two.
A very good ability. It can go even higher.
You're...
This...
I'm getting the hang. How's this gonna happen?
I have to ask.
Free of the seniors.
Of course. That makes sense.
Are those two waiting their turn, or... I guess they were just giving the guy courage to ask the question.
Thank you.
I'm glad it's...
We'll knock their sock. Can't argue with results.
I'll make good use of this power.
No, you won't. Before I go do some of these battles, I shall be right back. I have returned, and thank you very much for those 25 subs, Arco. Was expecting that on my return. I'm only 13 away from another emote slot, I think. It says 37 and 50, unless it's being slow. Let's move on to this battle. It would just have the one. I still only have 2 battle slots? Yes, I waited for the alerts to end. It doesn't seem to be very generous with these points, so I can definitely see normal being a lot harder. You can't do any real grinding in that case. I'm tempted to do something similar to what Def does, where gifted subs just play a single alert rather than go for all of them. Because 25 alerts takes a long time to go through. Any treasure? Lister? I've already put on this map, so probably no treasure. Yeah, it's already opened up. Get Marianne Cyril this so she won't die. There. Back. It's good to me.
Here goes.
Give us the booster speedo.
Thanks.
Stay focused. Each battle a chance to grow.
I got this. Won that. Huh. Ugh.
Terrible level.
I stand ready.
Oh, me?
Don't know why they want to go attack those beasts, not me.
Let's get to it.
Ready anytime.
Who, me? Sorry, did I hurt you? Let us away.
Ready and willing.
Leave the beast alone. Oh, the beast actually has 2 health bars instead of just the 1. Well, 3 instead of the 2, rather. There's 2 of those diamond things.
You lost to me? Oh dear.
That's 2 terrible level ups in this area now.
Get out of here! Should have trained better.
I'm all sweaty. I'm getting the hang.
Now they've changed their mind, they don't want to attack the beasts.
Plenty more where that came from.
Why did they even bother doing that?
It's not luck, it's fate. I expected as much.
I saw a bit of Arco playing the another Fire Emblem game. Can't remember what it was. Looked like it was a NES one. It definitely reconfirms that I don't want to play those.
That takes care of that. I'm really sorry. Is this power really mine?
That's a great level.
I feel
It's a great level for Cyril as well. The game's paid me back for those 2 atrocious ones. It's taking all my kills. Then he presented his ass to me.
I thought I gave it my all.
It was also a terrible level. Don't know why we had a red phase. I guess just because they were enemies before?
Our power is yours.
I've got an idea. Oh dear.
How am I getting so many just charisma levels here? His last health bar is much bigger than the others.
I'm here to help. This should work.
Wooden sword, here we go. I'm gonna assume that rusted sword turns into a silver sword. A spear. Guess I'll go fight these monsters. I have the point for it, so I may as well. It kept my team properly. I'm fighting the exact same map again.
Here goes.
Thank you. Stay focused.
That wolf looks like he has mange. What? Talk about Ignaz's fur coat thing.
Another step forward.
Ready anytime.
I can do this!
I stand ready. Ready and willing.
I got this.
Who, me? Let us away. Did that suffice?
Surprised she was able to kill it. I thought it still had a health bar for some reason.
Let's get to it. Who, me?
Much needed.
Bye bye, Maria.
I'm sorry.
No hesitation.
I'm stronger.
A bit disappointing.
As long as you get magic, it doesn't really matter.
Gotta keep improving. We will help.
This should work. I'll try even harder next time.
underestimate an outsider.
One left. I really didn't want her to kill it, but I'll take it. That was not kind of the spell I was expecting for something called Excalibur.
Listen up, everyone. The Imperial Army is upon us. If you can fight, pick up a weapon. Everyone else, hurry up and evacuate. We have the goddess's protection on our side. We have nothing to fear. Victory will be ours.
Professor, are you ready? Well, hurry up. I don't need to tell you that the situation is dire. We have some support troops from the local nobles, but the army we're facing is immense. No matter how you look at it, we're at a disadvantage.
It'll be
To
fine.
make matters worse, the enemy is being led by Edelgard. Do not underestimate how extraordinary her abilities are.
As long as it's not a cutscene, I can win.
Already? Talk about impatient.
If we don't stop them, the Academy will be destroyed. Prepare for battle, everyone!
We will stop Edelgard's rampage!
Our opponent is formidable. But if we work together, we will not fail.
Enough talking. Let's go!
Dear Goddess, please protect us all. I shall fight with all that I have. It is an honor to fight alongside each of you. Professor, Claude, you'll lead the way, won't you? You won't let any of us fall, right?
I may.
I wanted to talk to Rhea first, but as expected, that won't be possible. What did she hope to accomplish at the Holy Tomb? What happened to you as a baby? There are still so many things I need to know. The same goes for the real origin of the Crest Stones and the Hero's Relics. As for Seros and Nemesis, just how much of their mythology is true? It's true. But lucky for me, I refuse to die with so much still unknown. Hey, Teach. All joking aside, can we possibly survive this battle?
I can.
That's all we can do, right? If we gave up, the God of Fate wouldn't be happy. I'm a lot of things, but I'm not the kind of man to just roll over and die in a place like this. I have my own ambitions to see to. There are things, dreams, that I must see come to fruition. And I've been thinking, I want you to see those dreams realized as well. On top of all that, there are still so many secrets out there just waiting to be uncovered. We can't let that stand, can we? So, Teach, no, scratch that. You're so much more. You're my ally and my friend. Teach, friend, none of those words quite capture what you've come to mean to me.
Can I call you not friend because you stole my father's diary?
We may not be connected by blood, but I believe our bond goes deeper than that. Now that we know each other, our hearts are connected. Even if our paths
Kingdom
diverge and
Hearts.
we're forced to say goodbye, I know that we'll meet again. And so, for lack of a better word, I gratefully call you my friend, and I hold fast to the belief that this isn't it for us. No matter who or what you really are, I'll always be on your side. You can't count on much in this world, but you can count on that.
And then we rested for 2 days. Let's fill up before going up. Oh yeah, there was the ability for Catherine, her critical. So now it's plus 20 to a sword crit. Ease. Only level 23. Ah, Rhea's actually helping. She's only level 25. So was Sarah's though. She just has a vampire effect, jeez. And she heals health every turn. Give me your shit. Very long map. There's Edelgard again. She's gonna run away like a sissy. Not seeing any chests, so I'm free to do as I please. Super units. How am I allowed? 11. Which is fine for what I have. So with Blaines can give me speed so I can just run down the middle. What's that? Oh, just another person with a name who I've never met before.
I have a report. The enemy is within the walls. They're about to break the defensive line.
We have two priorities for this battle. Protect the Archbishop and maintain the defensive line. Reinforcements should arrive soon, so just hold your ground until then.
I don't need reinforcements. I can kill them all, kill them dead.
Here goes. It's all...
Well done. Stay focused.
Oh, those are my allies in there, okay. I was wondering why they're attacking these fellas.
Who, me?
I stand ready.
Let us away.
Ready and willing. Shall we dance? Never underestimate an outsider.
Ready anytime.
It goes from no damage with the training sword to fully dead with the armor slayer.
Who knew? I think I've got the hang of it.
I'll crush them all.
I got this.
Let's get to it. Who, me?
Rude.
Plenty more where that came from.
It was a good try.
Watch and learn. Let the lesson begin. You fought well.
Beautiful.
I can feel the difference. That is that. You fought well.
It is decided.
Report. The enemy has taken the entrances where the reinforcements were heading.
So long as we can recapture the east and west strongholds, we might be able to call in the reinforcements.
But I don't need them.
Won that. I think I've gotten strong.
Oh, terrible level.
I actually won! I'll try even harder next.
Careful.
Damn, a crit 60 of the ballista.
Progress suits me.
I wasn't even expecting that to be able to have a crit.
Everything is ready.
How'd you miss?
Hey, Vay.
No hesitation. Should I have held back?
I have no choice but to distinguish myself in this fight.
You distinguish yourself by missing.
I'm finished. I'm loath to say it, but I must retreat.
Yes, totally. You're allowed to retreat. Even though the game would force death on me if I had died.
I didn't expect that. We'll call it a stalemate.
Bye bye, Cloud.
It's over. Each battle a chance to grow. Another step forward. I can feel the...
Not good enough.
No hesitation. Should I have held back?
Is that all? Where do I start? I won't hold back.
Fun to watch.
You got a vulnerary? Yeah, you do.
Can't afford to lose. Aw, this stinks.
Hey, it's magic. Don't complain about that. Two misses in a row.
My efforts are paying off.
Predictable.
Goodbye, Flynn.
I must.
I can do this!
Who knew?
Nice.
Fine work.
Why are the fellas here just not doing anything? Death Knight's here. She's missed 3 times in a row now.
My life was changed forever by Her Majesty. Now, I lay it on the line. For the Empire!
Shame.
Lady Edelgard, I'm so sorry. I can't keep going. I must retreat.
Predictable.
It's over. As expected.
Too nice.
How horrible. Predictable. Allow me to demonstrate. Each battle a chance to grow.
Oh, she's already given up 4th.
Yeah.
Does the battle end with her death? Yeah, she is the enemy commander, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, the map's marking her, so... I don't want to kill her just yet. Finally hit it.
How do you like that?
This fight is but a sideshow to the ravaging of the sacred place that is Garrick Mach.
Repent from the grave!
The time is not right. I will wait for the next opportunity.
This is just reminding me of Dynasty Warriors, where all the commanders always flee, no matter what you do to them, to the final mission.
We took back one of the strongholds. On to the next.
fail to appreciate is that we have at our backs a force you cannot hope to defeat. I can afford to fall back. We still have the advantage.
Do you though?
All right, we took back both of the strongholds. Let's keep up the momentum.
Let us be cautious.
Is there anyone else of import that I want to go kill? I mean, defeat so that they can run away. Looks like I know, so little god I go. These fellas don't care. Use my I haven't hit everyone. I swear I had a skill that hit all around me with this. Well, I'm gonna kill her with a training sword.
I wish you were someone whose heart could be swayed by my words and deeds. If it were so, I would have done anything to make you my ally.
Watch and learn.
You fought well, but now your fight is over. Send in our reserve troops and give my uncle the signal. What is this?
Cutscene time, most likely. I can take him. Considering I can just dodge everything. You gonna sacrifice herself to stop him now? A spell that takes her life force?
Everybody here, young and old, is in your hands. No, I will not allow another Red Canyon tragedy to happen here.
Okay, she's just a dragon.
What is going on?
Hey, get your bow back.
What now?
did you come?
Why not use time travel powers? Have I just forgotten how to use my time travel powers all of a sudden?
In Imperial Year 1181, the new Adrestian Emperor, Edelgard von Hresvelg, led a strategic assault against the monastery at Garreg Mach. Though her own losses were great, her foes had no choice but to surrender. Archbishop Rhea commanded the Knights of Seros, leading from the front lines against the Imperial army. But amidst the chaos of battle, she vanished, and her whereabouts remain unknown. With this single attack, the Adrestian Empire officially launched its offensive against the Holy Kingdom of Fargus and the Leicester Alliance. The unification of Fodlan has begun.
Well, that's kind of shit. Just take away my powers for no good reason.
Part 2.
Finally.
Ardent Wind. Ethereal Moon. Reunion at Dawn. It is Imperial Year 1185. Nearly 5 years have passed since the fall of the monastery at Garreg Mach, and war continues to plague the lands of Fodlan. Ferdiad has been captured. The Holy Kingdom of Fargus is in shambles. The Leicester Alliance is on the verge of collapse, fractured by two opposing factions. Those who support the Adrestian Empire and its ruler, and those who seek her demise. Meanwhile, under Emperor Edelgard's rule of law, the Adrestian Empire continues to expand its reach. The path to a new Fodlan, unified by Imperial strength, may yet be in sight.
And we were just in the chasm for 5 years.
You. How long do you intend to sleep?
Ugh, she's back.
Your body is awake. Your eyes must open now, and you must find the strength to stand upon those legs of yours. Like so much rain, a pool of blood has fallen to the ground. As spears and arrows pierce the earth, it weeps. And even now, it weeps. In order to survive, they kill. And so the people of this world are lost in an abyss of suffering. They weep as well. The only one who truly knows the nature of such things is I. Or rather, you.
Excuse me? Are you saying you have forgotten who I am? How dare you? Get on your feet. Right now. I'll coddle you no more. You are just like a child, always needing me to hold your hand.
Says the actual child.
Hey, are you awake? We're in a village at the base of the monastery. What are you doing in a place like this? I honestly didn't expect to find someone floating away down the river.
Garreg Mach is upstream of here, but that place was abandoned.
Huh? You don't know? The Church of Seros isn't there anymore. Though, there have been some folks still living there in the 5 years since... well, you know. Anyway, I've heard some thieves have been spotted around those parts these days. Are you feeling alright? You didn't hit your head or anything, did you? It's the ethereal moon of the year 1185. It's been nearly 5 years since the monastery fell. Tomorrow was supposed to be the Millennium Festival, but
Who's got time to think about things like that?
I guess I gotta go meet up with my students.
Yeah, that's what I said. But with the war and the Archbishop still missing it all, I doubt there's a soul to be found who has enough blessings worth counting. Hey, slow down, will ya? Where do you think you're going? Are you crazy? I told you. They say thieves are running amok up there. And there's plenty of other dangers, too. Come on, I promise I won't say you're a coward. Just forget about going anywhere near the monastery. You just remember I tried to stop you. Got it? It's not on my conscience if you wind up dead. Students? You really are crazy, aren't you? There aren't any kids anywhere near that place anymore. Unbelievable.
You overslept, Teach. Pretty
Where's
rude
my
to keep
beard?
a fella waiting like that, wouldn't you say? What's with that surprised look, my friend? You didn't really think I'd given up on you coming back, did you? Can you feel it? A new dawn is finally here. Not just for us, though. No. For all of Fodlan.
Any particular reason I was out for 5 years?
It's been 5 long years. Where have you been, Teach? You don't really expect me to believe that you've been napping this whole time, do you? It's a good one. Except that's not your lying face. I guess I've got no choice but to believe you. You're not exactly normal to begin with, so it's not a huge stretch to imagine you sleeping for that long. And this is where you say, just kidding, right? If this is a rib, now's the time to fess up. You must be insane, and yet... fine. I believe you, okay? But that means you don't know anything that happened after your last battle, right? I guess it's on me to catch you up. As you can see, Garreg Mach was crushed by the Empire and was never restored. The monastery is in ruins, and the town is in pretty bad shape too. Can you guess why? It would seem that's one possible explanation, since you insist that's what you've been up to. All we know for sure is that Rhea suddenly vanished during that battle 5 years ago. The Knights of Seiros have apparently been searching all over Fodlan for her.
Maybe she got trapped in that dark realm like I was.
But the fact that this place is in ruins tells me they still haven't found her. True. I've got a mountain of questions I'd like to ask her after all. But I'm not so sure whether it would be good for her to return as the Archbishop. Rather, with her gone... never mind. This could be a dangerous conversation. Before we discuss the state of affairs in each territory, are you hungry? You must be. It's not much, but I did bring some food with me. Let's eat up and go from there. Whew, I am stuffed. Even the most humble of meals taste great with the right company. By the way, Teach, do you remember the night before the ball? I know it was 5 years ago.
I wasn't dating any of them. I was trying to date Catherine.
But we promised that the Golden Deer House would reunite during the Millennium Festival. Today's the day we promised to meet up, but no one's here. True, there's still some daylight left. Let's wait just a little longer. You never know, maybe someone will show up after all. Hey, Teach, just waiting around sounds boring, so why don't we get in some exercise? You know, help with digestion and stuff. You must be in bad shape if you've been sleeping for 5 years. It'll do you good to get your body moving again. Something like that. Look, if you come with me, you'll understand. Oh, and don't forget your weapons, okay? I want to make sure neither your leadership nor your skill with a blade have dulled.
Taking care of the thieves.
In the Holy Kingdom of Fargus, Imperial loyalist Cornelia has subdued all regions of the former royal house of Blathed to prevent further revolt. Prince Dimitri has been sentenced. Now, the backbone of the former kingdom, Houses Gautier and Fraldarius, struggle to continue the resistance. Cornelia, operating out of the royal palace, has accepted the support of the Empire to build an army and plots to wipe out all remaining kingdom forces. In the Leicester Alliance, House Regan leads an anti-imperial faction, while House Gloucester directs the Empire's supporters. Despite the undeniable threat of fracture, the Alliance's adept new leader, Claude, deftly maintains the outward appearance of a unified front. In Enbar, the imperial capital of the Adrestian Empire, Emperor Edelgard fights to strengthen her regime. She has extended her reach to the kingdom by inciting a coup and continues to draw its former lords under her influence in pursuit of controlling all of Western Fodlan.
Kind of battle map reminds me of Command & Conquer.
In the meantime, the Knights of Seros have been dispatched to find Archbishop Rhea, who remains missing despite their searching. Left unattended, the monastery at Garreg Mach has fallen to ruin and become a haven for thieves.
The thieves are here. Apparently they're trying to run off with treasures from the monastery.
You said you could have a mount.
What the? Intruders! Protect the goods!
Yeah, it's just us two.
This is gonna get expensive. Collect everything the thieves carried out.
Is that why I was building you towards? No, I was giving you the horse. Why'd you go Wyvern? Ruined everything, Claude. How could you?
What's my strategy?
It won't be in vain.
I guess we're gonna get allies one by one. Since there's a overwhelming force there, even though it's not going to do much to my character.
At the ready.
Ah, see yourself, you got Hero's Relic.
We're all desperate, aren't we?
My moment has arrived!
I fought and won.
Another victory.
Predictable.
A fitting outcome.
Hold a grudge if you must.
You got yourself killed.
It's doing pretty well there.
All is going to plan.
I'm gonna assume there's gonna be no shops, so I've gotta make use of the items I'm getting here.
Here is something to believe! I must lead them well.
We're all desperate, aren't we? The weak fall, the strong live.
It's got a very nice group there.
Let's do this right.
Another victory. I'll use this power for the greater good.
Amazing level. We've only been better with a bonus to defense.
It's time!
It won't be in vain.
It's over. I must lead them well.
I'll have to be clever.
All using disturbance on me. You just don't want me to counterattack them.
Predictable.
The barbarity is even worse than the rumors. On my honor as a noble, I will expel these ruffians.
Today was supposed to be a happy day, but the monastery is in such disrepair.
Over there. Is that the professor? And the others? Professor! You're alive! Guess we better handle this before I celebrate, though, huh?
Like Leonie's new hair.
You finally made it. I suppose virtue still exists in this crazy world after all.
Allow me to demonstrate! All is going to plan.
Now that Ignaz is here, I can send him off to go get that chest. You still have faith? Good.
Steady now.
I like how he's changing his voice. You still a paladin? Yeah.
Shall we?
Sorry, but I must.
Shall we?
Looks like everyone else kept their classes except Lord.
My orders? Planning is key.
Just attack me normally, come on.
Try to keep up!
This is our chance.
I will destroy you! For Gerald!
I like her new costume as an archer.
something to believe in. I must lead them well.
Too close for my liking.
Can't afford to slack off.
Now they're running away from me. Oh, Ignace looks cool.
Now to keep polishing my skills.
Allow me to demonstrate! Another victory.
Gotta use your head sometimes.
Is that the professor? And everyone else? If they're fighting, I gotta go help.
Wow, it's you! Here I thought you were dead all this time. Could that be the professor's ghost?
Looks like she finally got some sleep.
Hurry up and help.
I'm all right.
We're all desperate, aren't we?
Should have swapped the armor slayer on him.
I must always...
Let's make this quick.
Leave it to me.
I'll do my best.
Thank you.
I can exceed this.
Sounds like he's lost a bit of his snobbishness.
It won't be in vain.
How predictable.
Watch and learn.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Let's try this.
We could split into two groups. If we hit them from the north and south, we can trap their leader in a pincer attack.
Or I can just go kill him.
Steady now.
fought and won.
Oh, I used the wrong bow.
Thought you could best me?
Ooh, fancy.
All is going to plan.
Sorry, but it's you or me.
I still have like time travel powers, don't I? Yeah. Don't know why I couldn't use them in the cutscene.
Sorry it's gotta be like this.
Appreciate it.
Take it. Give a chest. One there. Have one over there.
It's over. This could turn the tides.
Thanks.
Pointless. Our quarrel wasn't personal.
It feels kind of personal to me.
Don't get used to this.
Let's go have a little chat.
It all comes down to this.
I'll tolerate no obstacle.
Go open this one. Ignat's open the other. I'm glad I went to go get that.
You've been alive all this time? Where have you been hiding? Never mind. Talk later. Professor, boy, am I glad to see you. How did we end up in this situation?
That helps. Sorry.
Ooh. Got it. It's all the items. Time to go kill.
No! I'm not the one you want! I guess I've got no choice! It isn't looking good for us. Should we retreat?
What?
So, he revealed his true identity. Catch him and recover the treasure.
I guess that's why he wanted a flanking attack. Just block off his exit.
Appreciate it.
You should yield me a tidy profit. This had better work.
Pretty sure he was already poisoned, so can't really do much.
Is that really you, Professor? It's been so long. I thought I'd never see you again.
I thought it would be easy money. Maybe it wasn't meant to be.
What items did the other two have?
We took care of that. Are you sufficiently warmed up, Teach?
We're never gonna know now. Alright, we'll never know what those other two fellas had.
Ugh, I'm exhausted. What gives, Professor? I was so excited to see everyone again, and then this happens. I'm still tired from the long journey. How did it come to this?
Let's all take a moment to catch our breath.
If you've got the spare time to play with those guys, the least you could do is prepare some tea.
We were hoping someone would come to back us up when we started routing the bandits. It seems they've been taking advantage of the church's absence and doing whatever they please here.
In any case, I'm glad that all of you are well.
That's the spirit, Marianne.
That was fun. In fact, I wouldn't mind romping around some more.
So, you were alive this whole time, Professor. I am not surprised. In fact, that is why I came here.
And it doesn't look like time has rusted your skills. That's a relief.
I'm just glad everyone's alive and well. On that note, let's move this reunion party somewhere else. Now that we've dealt with those violent bandits, we could potentially use this place as our base of operations again.
What could you possibly mean by that?
I'm talking about the Leicester Alliance taking over Garreg Mach Monastery. After all, it's right in the middle of Fodal. It's a critical strategic location.
Are you suggesting that we fight back against the Empire?
Aren't you getting a bit ahead of yourself? The Alliance is in complete discord at present.
And, as leader of the Imperial faction of the Alliance, isn't Count Gloucester, your father, the main cause of that discord?
Yes, that is true. It was inevitable. Our house's territory is close to Imperial land, after all. Had we not consented to vassalage under the Empire, they would have invaded immediately.
Naturally. And, to be clear, I have no problem with your house maintaining its Imperial ties until we're sufficiently prepared to revolt. The Empire is the cause of the infighting. If we rid ourselves of them, the situation should resolve itself. That's why I'm thinking we should make this our base, raise up an army, and stir up some trouble for the Empire.
Now you're talking. Sounds like fun.
So then, Mr. Leaderman, does this mean you intend to rope us into your little scheme?
My grandfather passed away. That means yours truly is officially the leader of the Alliance.
Oh no, it's
If we
doomed.
had a more reliable leader, perhaps the Alliance would not have been divided.
Think what you will. All I need to know is if you're in or you're out.
I'm happy to lend a hand. I won't let those Imperial dogs set foot in Alliance territory. I couldn't bear it if my village got caught up in the chaos of war.
I'll fight too. I've got to protect my little sis.
I
like
will
his new
join
hair.
as well. After all, House Ordelia was once dragged into an Imperial revolt. It ruined us.
Of course. I understand your motivation.
I'll fight too. It's time to take responsibility for my own future.
I don't want to run anymore. I hope I'll be of use to everyone.
We can do anything if we work together, Marianne.
What about you, Lawrence? Are you going to go back home to your scary father or what?
We cannot rely on Claude's scheming to lead us to victory. Therefore, I will remain. It is my duty to ensure Claude does not worsen the situation in the Alliance.
All of us are fighting for a different reason, but we share a common enemy. If we don't act, the Empire will crush us eventually. I say we stop them before they have the chance. So, Teach, will you help as well?
Nah, I'm gonna go on vacation.
All the more reason to join us. Admit it, you're not going to be able to do much on your own. With you on our side, the Church will join us as well. That makes fighting the Empire a moral cause, which means it'll be easier to rally support. Above all, your knowledge and strength are indispensable if we hope to stand a chance against the Imperial army. Without you, my schemes are nothing. Just words. Please, take all of that into consideration as you decide.
You're really laying it all on the table, aren't you, Claude? Well, all that aside, this place is a mess. We can't very well make our base in a ruin. And repairing it sounds like a lot of work. I wonder if anyone would be willing to help us out with that.
Can it be? You were alive all this time?
Sedef, you haven't changed a bit. Neither is Flame.
It is so good to see you again. My brother and I were worried about you.
Why is Flame not aging? What?
Oh, thank the goddess. I couldn't bear the thought of letting Gerald down by not finding you.
Guess you lucked out. We've been looking everywhere for you, but I see Lady Rhea isn't with you.
Damn. Everyone was real worried about you, Professor.
Oh man, Cyril's a badass. Why can't he be the main character? He looks so much cooler.
Cyril? Is that you? You've grown up, kid. Have you been looking for Rhea with the Knights? Of course, without Lady Rhea, I don't belong anywhere. Cyril, that's not... Never mind. We'll figure it all out.
Oh my. The Golden Deer House is together again at last. And all grown up. Well, for the most part.
I do regret that we were never able to hold a proper graduation for all of you students.
It has been 5 years since Lady Rhea disappeared. We have devoted all of our energies to finding her. However, without being able to set foot in Empire territory, we are at a standstill. We had hoped that perhaps the Archbishop would return here on this day, that of the long-awaited Millennium Festival.
Unfortunately, that doesn't seem to be the case, though I don't suppose you had very high hopes in that regard. Even if she were able to return here, with the monastery in ruins, I don't think she would have felt safe enough to do so. Right, Hilda?
Yeah, this is an important location for the church. To think you've left it in such a state.
That's true. Perhaps we've left it alone for too long. We've got to make things right.
I can clean this place up like new. It's not fit for Lady Rhea like this.
And leaving this place in ruins affects the safety of this area, too.
Agreed. There is also a great deal of valuable literature here.
Then let's do it. If we all work together, we can restore the monastery to its original beauty.
Kinda wish the others had changed over these 5 years. Like, all the adults just look the same.
We will require the aid of skilled craftsmen, too. I shall seek out any such individuals who are willing to return to Garrick Mach.
Fantastic! I'll figure out how to split up the work, and then we can get started.
Part 2. Verdant Wind. Guardian Moon. The Alliance Leader's Ambitions. Claiming the monastery at Garrick Mach as its home base, the Alliance army joins forces with the Knights of Seiros. Together, they begin to take up arms against the Adrestian Empire.
That was a quick painting. Didn't have much to say. Say check the class of weapons. They look to be all the same to me, besides Claude.
Good work, Hilda. You didn't do much manual labor, but you managed to rope the Knights into helping us restore the monastery.
Thanks, Claude. But all I did was piggyback on your scheme. I saw your eyes telling me to make some magic happen.
Thank you so much for your help with the restoration.
Oh, please, it was nothing. We're just doing our part as former students.
I'm told you even routed the bandits. That job should have fallen to us. I'm sorry for the trouble.
Hey, don't think twice about it. We're all allies in the resistance against the Empire, right?
Don't think twice.
The church
Game
is
Hearts.
at war with the Empire, but let's be realistic. Wouldn't it be better for the Alliance to eventually submit?
The way I see it, the Emperor wants to take over all of Fodlan and destroy the existing order of the world. I can't see her allowing the Alliance to continue to exist. We're in this just as deeply as you are. Actually, we were hoping to use this place as a base. The Empire begs to be meddled with, and we're first in line.
What? Why would you want to make your base here of all places?
Garreg Mach is situated in the center of Fodlan, both geographically and spiritually. We want to secure this location while the Empire is still overlooking it.
I see. The Empire doesn't see this place as important at the moment because it's far from the front lines.
But if we simply decide that it's ours to occupy, that does nothing to inspire the hearts and minds of the people of Fodlan. Luckily, good old Teach has finally returned to us. If the Professor Rhea entrusted with the Sword of the Creator fights at our side, well now, that's a just cause anyone could get behind. What's more, here we are, working alongside the legendary Knights of Seiros. It smacks of divine providence, doesn't it? Can you feel it?
I have heard what you have to say, Claude. And you, Professor? Where do you stand?
Stand on my feet.
On our own, we lack sufficient military strength. But with the help of the Alliance, the Archbishop said if anything should happen to her, that we should entrust the affairs of the Church to you. If you intend to fight alongside the Alliance, then I will follow you as well. Is that acceptable, Claude?
Of course. I can't think of anything more reassuring than having both Teach and the Knights on our side. Together, we'll stop the Emperor and her reckless ambitions.
I was expecting another event. I don't really want to. Seems like he's changed, so sure.
Well met, Professor. I trust that you have not had any complaints about me lately.
I mean, we're no longer in classes.
Good. For any trouble I may have caused, please accept my most humble apology. I've decided that it would be inappropriate for me to continue my search for a spouse while we are at war. I expect that means you will not be receiving any more complaints. I hope that puts you more at ease. Actually, the introspection I've gained setting aside my search has motivated me to amend my conduct. Not the phrasing I'd choose, but you're not wrong. Selfishly pursuing my own desires caused me to behave inconsiderately. For instance, it was arrogant and rude to invite ladies to dine with me purely to evaluate them. Our experiences in battle have also given me cause to doubt certain preconceptions I once held. Previously, I had considered it a requirement for my future spouse to come from a noble line. I once thought that commoners lacked the power to influence the wider world, as history might suggest. To find a commoner who made a real impact, one has to look all the way back to Nemesis. That was my belief, at any rate. But I realized that I've actually had an influential commoner right in front of me all along.
You better not be talking about me.
Don't you see? I'm referring
For
to you.
fuck's sake, man. You're building it up,
You
and
may
then you just
wield the
dropped it
power
all.
of a crest, but you are so much more than just that. You have managed to charm everyone around you, to compel them to trust and follow you. Though you may not realize it, that is no mean feat. It is altering the course of history in Fodlan. Your example puts my prior beliefs to shame. I appreciate the kind words. I have always sought to embody the ideal of nobility. That, at least, is a goal I continue to stand by. But now I know that bloodline alone is not sufficient to gauge a person's worth. I've learned much of this from you. You are humble and open-minded, despite your power and skill. That is why I, at least, find you so charismatic. Perhaps that is the wrong way to say it. What I mean is that you set an admirable example. I can only hope someday to be your equal.
Never.
Of course, you had better keep an eye on me, because I can achieve anything I set out to do. For I am none other than the handsome and talented Lawrence Hellman Gloucester.
Okay, he's still an asshole. Back in my original room. Alrighty, well, that's where I'm going to leave this off for today. Pushed into the new act and finally getting into the higher support rankings. So maybe I can finally dine with Catherine properly. But, as I say, that'll be it for today. Next stream is most likely going to be on not this Saturday, because we won't be doing FFD20. One of the players is moving. Tuesday, we'll be playing some more Code Vein, definitely not completing it. And Thursday, playing some more Wrath of the Righteous, and then some more of this. So if I don't see you any of those days, I shall see you all next time.